Hello guys, Solitaire Gamer here, and today I'll be reviewing Pandora Hearts. I heard good things about this anime, but actually dropped this anime the first time I watched it because the animation style was not appealing to look at. I gave it a second chance and watched the entire anime this time. In this anime, there's a place called the Abyss, where there are monsters called chains. The protagonist Oz thinks the Abyss is just a myth, a story that people made up. One day when Oz was at his coming of age ceremony, a mysterious organization known as the Baskerville Clan interrupted the ceremony, and set up a ritual to send him to the Abyss. To Oz's horror, he discovers the Abyss is real, and is now running away from monsters known as chains. One of the chains, known as Alisu, decides to help him escape, but only if he helps her escape the Abyss as well. They eventually escape to the real world, but something seems off. Despite the mediocre animation style, what got me to keep watching were the mysteries. It actually had interesting mysteries that made me want to keep watching more and more. I wanted to know just what is the Abyss, and what is the Baskerville Clan planning to do next with Oz? What is the will of the Abyss? There's also the big mystery of just who is Alisu, and what is this horrifying event that occurred 100 years ago? The anime did a good job of building up the anticipation to answers and mysteries, as we slowly got clues and flashbacks of the past. There are pretty good twists at times, especially about the character Gil. The great thing about this anime is just when you think you figured out a mystery, the anime shows that the answer to the mystery is something else entirely, and you're shocked at the answer. I was getting more and more invested with each episode, but like many anime series out there, it gotta read the manga ending. It is very bad in this case because this is a mystery anime series. Even though this anime answers some mysteries, there are still some major questions left unanswered, and we'll never get the answers to them. If a slice of life anime series or a comedy anime series doesn't get a complete ending, that's fine because I would still feel like there was some closure by the end of the show. But in this case, it feels like we're only one-third into the story. The fight scenes were decent in this anime series. Basically, the character is entered to a contract with Chain, and the Chain has special abilities that the character can use. The problem here is that Oz is pretty much useless during fights. Alisu can fight well without him, so Oz just sitting there watching the fight. The other characters in the show have more control over their chains, and use their abilities at will. At times we see a glimpse of Oz's power, but pretty much he's useless most of the time. It was disappointing to watch. I still overall enjoyed watching the fight scenes, as there were strategies being used during fights, and the abilities were somewhat unique. The characters were decent in this anime series. Oz is pretty much like the protagonist from Kokoro Connect. He wants to save people, even if it means constantly putting his life in danger. I like that the anime didn't portray this as heroic, and shows how much of an issue it is to Oz's friends. Alisu is not a tsundere. A tsundere would still have a crush on her love interest, and be dear from time to time. Alisu wasn't like that until late in the anime series. She was pretty much an annoying character that just liked to boss around Oz and tell him what to do. She constantly got in fights with Gil. Her personality was annoying to watch, but eventually you get used to it. I really like Gil as a character. At first I thought he would be just a serious character that always followed orders, but he has a pretty goofy side to him, and I like that he cared a lot about Oz. Break was an entertaining character to watch. He can act carefree and goofy one moment, and then show a frightening side to him the next moment. His interactions with Oz were insightful and enjoyable to watch. I like how he could read Oz's personality so well, and call him out on his flaws. The opening song and ending song for this anime series were alright. The music throughout the anime was decent, nothing too special. I did not like the animation style, obviously, but the animation during fight scenes looked alright for the most part. I do recommend to watch this anime series. The mysteries make it well worth it. It's just that you shouldn't expect this anime series to have a proper ending at all. You'll be frustrated the anime ended so suddenly. I give this anime series a 7 out of 10. So that's all I'm going to talk about for this video. Thank you for watching the video. Have a great day night wherever you are, and please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and please comment if you found anything interesting in the video.